Good evening. I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the October 2nd, 2022 edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Today's lesson is from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. There is one thing that really bothers me about myself sometimes and other people often, and that is when we make life more difficult than it needs to be. One of my mottos in my business, Bressler Instant Leader Transformations, is that I am trying to rid the American workplace of unnecessary stress. Oh, I'm quite aware that in this fallen world, there is going to be stress. I'm not trying to deny that. But I am trying to minimize it, and I'm also trying my best to keep myself and others out of unnecessary stress. It makes me downright angry, frankly, when people, I think, bring unnecessary stress into my life and even into theirs. And as the Hulk would say, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Trust me. Tristan would tell you, you wouldn't like mom when she's angry. Now, the reason I bring unnecessary stress up is because this wonderful verse from Proverbs, written by the wisest man who ever walked the earth, save Jesus, and he was also God, was King Solomon. And he wrote this. And this verse is really about unnecessary stress and how to avoid it. I want us to look at these. First of all, trust in the Lord. Trust means to truly believe, to be sold out to take them at their word, to find them credible, and to act upon that. It's not just head knowledge, but it is putting your actions where you claim your brain is. We have all seen that trust fall thing, where, I say I trust my teammates. Well, let me just, fall backward and see if anybody catches me. But this is far more significant because what are you being called upon to trust the Lord about? Well, everything, including your eternal soul, but everything, even down to the smallest minutia of your daily life. Trust in the Lord. Now, with what? With all your heart. In the ancient world, the heart was not thought of as primarily the seat of your emotions, but rather your will. Sometimes you don't understand everything that God's got going on. I always say, if I don't understand something, I said, I don't know what he's pulling now. I don't know what the Lord's got going now. But I know that I trust him. I know his character. I know his personality. I know his attributes. And so, as a beautiful song that was played as one of the preludes to my wedding, when you can't trace his hand, trust his heart. So it is not a matter of your emotions. It's a matter of willpower. Sometimes you feel like trusting God and sometimes you may not. It's not about that. You have to make a decision ahead of time. No matter how I feel on a given day, no matter what I think in my limited, finite little brain, and my finite little understanding of my situation and how it fits in with the world at large, have I made a decision to remain trusting of the Lord? I have a little plaque in the hall of my home that says happiness is a decision you make ahead of time. And so is trust, my friends. Will you truly trust in the Lord? That is not an emotion that comes and goes. That is a decision you have to make. And in the ancient world, those decisions were made in the heart, the seat of the will. And lean not on your own understanding. I often teach that when you're trying to get a message across to a to an audience, it's good to explain something and also then give them the contrast. Tell them it's like this, it's not like that. It's just the way the human brain learns. And obviously God, knowing how we learn, had Solomon do the same thing. And he gave us the contrast. What is the opposite of trusting in the Lord with all of your heart? It's leaning on your own understanding. And I'm telling you, if there's one thing that I don't like getting older, but there is one thing that's good about it. We have plenty of experience to look back on and realize that we didn't know it all. That we guessed things wrong, that things that we believed absolutely fully didn't work out, didn't pan out the way we thought. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? I think I'm hearing amens all over the place. And so it is not wise to trust in our own understanding. Our own understanding, y'all, is limited by our own experiences and frankly, sometimes by our education level, by our just our personality. All of these things can affect how we view things, and we can view them wrong. So let's not lean on our own understanding, but rather trust in the Lord. Now then the verse goes on to say, in all your ways, submit to him. Now, all your ways infers a path or a habit. So what is your habit? Is your habit to go your own way and only trust him on the big stuff, or when you realize, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here? Is he a last resort when you can't answer the question yourself? Or is he the first thing that you go to? On the Google of your life, does he always come in right on the top? It's the first entry? I hope so. I hope it's true of me, because that's what this is talking about. What is the ways or the patterns, the trends, the normal modus operandi of your life? Is it to trust him, or is it to decide, I can go it alone? I'm smart enough. I'm educated enough. I know what I'm doing. And if we do this, what do we get? God is very good about telling us straight out, I'm going to help you if you'll let me help you. And he says, and he, God, will make your path straight. The idea is, this, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. How much unnecessary stress do we bring into our lives? Unnecessary relationship problems, unnecessary shame, guilt, concern, do we bring into our lives because we just haven't done it God's way? Oh, my friends, let us remove unnecessary stress, not just from the American workplace, but from the lives, personal and professional, of all believers. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me on the next edition of The Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great night.